British Columbia. So that's not very good. You guys get to see a little bit of a ditch, but you know, there is a little bit of elevation where I am, and that is Okanagan Lake straight ahead, and we will be driving along the Okanagan Lake, and hopefully, you know, there'll be some good views. I'm in the van, and I noticed the big difference being up higher than in a car. Big time. Speed limit 70. I'd like to get over one more lane, but did he just flash me the lights? I don't know. It looked good. Maybe. Alright, and we're off. So I $72.9 for regular gas. That's just crazy. I filled up in Penticton, it was $1.60. There's a vineyard, 8th generation. And the Kettle Valley Steam and Railway. Apparently, it is a touristy place. I've never been. You can take the steam train. I don't know. It doesn't go very far. down to 2 lanes on the one side. And even that day I couldn't figure out exactly what they were what they were doing. Not widening, because that's already been done. I don't think they were paving. So in the distance, I don't know if you guys could see, but that is Kelowna, West Bank. And yes, it does slow traffic down quite a bit. Having that second lane. Jeez, my pedal is squeaky. Not too sure if you guys can hear that, but I can. It's kind of annoying. Coming up to always liked this place. Not that I've ever been to it, but it's like a hotel, a fancy hotel. It's got like a Spanish flavor to it. Guest Inn, the North Point. Could you imagine that view on, well, obviously the lakeside would have an awesome view. So yes, you get sailboats on here, motorboats, water skiing, tubing, paddleboard, kayaking, all kinds, jet skis. All kinds of water sports. And vineyards, if you like wine, and craft beer distilleries. They actually keep on popping up all over the place. See, that's what I said, Liz. What are they doing? Oh, they're working up. They're not even working on the highway. Actually, the other day it looked as though they were building a road. I don't know, maybe they're making a new subdivision, which is always a possibility. This area is growing crazy. There's lots of golfing in this area too. Some of the golf courses, if you are a golfer, they're pretty technical because it's hilly. And probably they have body of water, ponds, what have you. I've tried my luck at golfing. I am not a golfer. I have found that out. I throw more dirt than I do the ball. I have a friend who golfs, and she's quite good at it, even though she says she's not. But I have played with her. one is Peachland. I don't really know how it got its name. I meant to look it up. Because peaches grow all along here. So, but they have a big peach. In the middle of town, maybe the beginning of town in the opposite direction. don't know where the cutoff is. No idea. So we are on highway for a little bit. So I'm going to turn this off because not much to see, just highway. So we are in West Bank, Kelowna. It looks as though I'm filming the road. I apologize. So this is the one highway. There is a couple of different routes that you can take, but this is the main highway. And in the summer, again, it can get and rush hour. Get very busy. Whoops. Get that. Betcha there's some hiking trails on that. Adjust it, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem to work. Whoops. And as I'm adjusting, I'm all over the road. So to go to Kelowna, you have to cross the bridge. I don't know how far it is. Over the bridge. Well, 4 lanes. Total of 4 lanes. So I believe this is the start of the bridge. So we're still in West Bank. The other way to go to Vernon is West Side Road. We would have had to have taken the turn off. Is a small town on the West Side Road, and I believe it's burnt. The town has burnt down a couple of times, yet they keep on rebuilding. So this is the bridge. We're going to go over Okanagan Lake. But it was only 2 lanes. I believe that's what it was. It was only 2 lanes. But with the population and the growth, they've had to build a bigger bridge. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. There's beach from one side to the other, from 100,000 people, I believe. And actually, for a short stint, I did work in Kelowna. Well, actually, it was it Kelowna? I worked in West Bank for a couple of weeks, and then I moved over to Kelowna. Yes, at a cardiology office. I enjoyed the job, but it was too much of a commute for me. Surrounding towns, this is pretty much where people come and shop, is in Kelowna. It's the biggest center. They have a Costco here. And look at the price of gas, $1.74.9 a liter. It's ridiculous. Looked into it, but I hear it's supposed to be going up. Is it April? I don't know. There's carbon tax, so it's going to be increasing. How much? As I said, this is all hearsay, but I'm not getting stressed out over it because it's hearsay and I have not Googled it. So, and there's a lot of orchards around Kelowna, fruit orchards, and there are vineyards too along the Okanagan Lake in Kelowna. But there is farmland here too, on the outskirts. As I said, there's a couple of different ways to drive out of the city, going to Vernon, going to different areas, but this is the main highway. So people that come to visit, this is usually the highway they take, because this is the highway that GPS tells you to go, and it can be sometimes horrendous because, as I said, it's one highway in, one highway out.